Hello, my name is GregTech and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Would like to just send a shout out to my Patreons as always. Glorified Statistics, Logan F, Nick, R.E., Nickra, Nick R.E. Thank you very much for joining my Patreon. The support of the channel is just absolutely amazing. You guys are too much, but very much appreciated. Also, some of my super thanks I got: Still Promo, RMCF, and Soon Young Kim. Hopefully I said that correctly. Thank you so much for those super thanks in chat. Absolutely amazing. The supports you guys are for my channel. I never really thought we would get to this point when I started playing all those years ago, but it is pretty amazing. Feels amazing that everyone is enjoying my questionable playthrough of GregTech New Horizons. I know the official Discord are not huge fans of my playthrough, but hey, if we can annoy the official Discord, my life is pretty good. So as you can see, I am setting up all our extruders that we did. I'm trying to kind of sort out how we want to go about doing this. And I realized I probably could share the wall. The only kind of annoying thing is having some of the buses sharing and some not. I was thinking that was just going to get like super confusing, because I think this whole top of this is basically going to be replaced with like the things to split the recipes up. So yeah, I'm just kind of going and seeing how this turns out. I don't know. So currently got some of this stuff sorted. I have quite a few more to go, and we're gonna break this stuff down, and I'm slowly breaking this all down over here, as we can see. So these are the ones that are left, and yeah, there is still quite a few. So still kind of sorting out how I want to do this. I was trying to avoid putting buffers on the top, just because like running cables up here, I thought it would look a bit cleaner and easier if I want to boost, or if I want to do like another row up top. It's going to be easier if I don't have stuff here. So maybe I'll add some more over here. And then maybe I could do some of those connector things underneath. I was kind of hoping to add more wireless hatches too, because I think you can do up to 8, but I think there's just too many recipes, to be honest, with the extruder. Now, there are other options we could do, and this is going to run into the same sort of problem, because there's only so many spots you can use on things like this, but a lot of the items actually have solidifying recipes, but that is really that is like crazy amount of work trying to change all those recipes. I do think a lot of that might actually be easier, to be honest, if we did the solidifying recipe instead. So you could just take the molten and turn it directly into screws, instead of doing it the way we're doing it right now, is turn the ingot into bolts and then turn the bolts into screws. But I don't have liquid recipes for all those metals, or molten, I guess we should say. And I would have to literally go around and change every single recipe. Every bolt recipe, every rod recipe would have to be, and that's, at this point of the pack, that's like hundreds of recipes. So I think that is a bit, right now, I think that's a bit too much. So I think we're gonna do this. Also, I've been kind of just flying over with this stuff. changing the recipes. So if they don't all fit, these one actually all fit, but this is kind of how I'm doing it. I don't have the thing in hand. All right, so that one has some more left. This one, I accidentally broke that. That's why I put that there. I don't know where I'm going to put those turbines, because really, we're not really using turbines anymore. We used to, but not really anymore. Where is the other rods? There's the bolts. So what I was kind of doing, breaking this and then just flying over. If you do go too fast, though, you lose the recipes. It's scary because I'm going over the void and I'm like, oh, I don't want to lose all these. But it's kind of like, it works, right? That way I don't have to go back and forth as much. So, all right, well, let me continue this. We've nothing really super exciting here. So let me get all these things done. I'll get it sorted out how I want to do. I'll get these broken down and then we'll see this in action. All right, we are back. I've got all the buffers copied over, and that took quite some time. I mean, obviously we have the data sticks to copy them over. The main problem was I was starting to get like loopy trying to figure out which one I was supposed to be clicking on, and then I would click on the wrong one, and then I'd be like, oh wait, I need to go fix it, and then yeah, it was just getting, after a while, I was like, I don't know which one I'm on, because they all, and I was trying to be like, okay, so here's the maintenance, I mean, down 2 and 1 to the left, that's the one I'm on, and I would try to do that. So, got that all sorted. Thankfully, the other multi-blocks don't have quite as many. The mixer is, one of them has tons, although as I'm looking, I'm like, man, all these... copying so many of them over. But that one had the absolute most. And I do think, even though the top part is kind of empty here, I think this looks better with all the applied Energy 6 cabling kind of hidden. So, alright, that is that. And I have got, I think most of these are working. I haven't double checked. We'll see when we do a huge craft, make sure everything's running. But before I start doing, I'm going to do probably the bending. Bending will be next, I think, was one of the ones that really was struggling to keep up, and solidifier is another one. But I am just kind of fixing or getting rid of all these transformers. So I have this one over here. Most of this is obsolete, but I'm just leaving it running. I just threw a wireless energy hatch. I had one already, so just threw that on there to power the transformer wirelessly. But now I need to do this, and I'm just going to replace this. This is a UEV 256, so I'm just going to replace it with this UXV. So faster, and now it is wireless. So don't have to worry about any of this. That one over there is also wireless, but it comes from that thing right there. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably want to... I think I actually want to... While I'm here... Actually, let me... Which one am I doing next? Industrial press. I don't remember if I still have a... Oh, I do have a recipe for it. A lot of these I think I got rid of. I think my goal is going to be 64 of each thing. That's just to start with, basically. So I'm going to craft up 64 of those and start getting that. I think that's a decent start. We will probably need to expand, but we will build up is kind of what I'm thinking. Hopefully that doesn't like destroy my FPS, but if I do it kind of away from the main base. It hopefully won't be too bad. I'm thinking I want to boost this to the UMV. So UMV 1 million amps or whatever, because some of these nanites, these difficult ones, Black Dwarf, these Universium, I think they're like 45 seconds. So when you need like hundreds of them, it takes quite some time. I noticed that was a slow bit. So actually, I think I'm going to do that. But before I start crafting up some of those UMV things, and also I can check to see how the extruders work with that. So I'm going to let this finish. I think that worked. It did. Oh, that's probably a... I was thinking that was a bending recipe, but that's actually a molecular assembler recipe. Usually those like bending machine recipes, there's no assembler recipe for it. I kind of wish pretty much everything had one. Industrial. All right. So I'm probably not going to place 64 all at once. I'm going to, like I did, what did I do over here? I think this is 32. Yeah. That's 16 and 16. Yeah. But I think we should plan on doing 64. But all right, so we got that. Maybe what are the material? I don't know, 500, sure. I ran out of room for that, and I was like, yeah, I don't need that anymore. But I think I actually have room in the thing now. Because that's like Tumbaga, like, we never use that. But I did add another hammer. I don't know what that one is. Wait, I have it. All right, hold on. There might be cabling issues somewhere. Okay, anyway, we'll do that, and while I'm here, I will craft up the... Let me try that again. That wasn't there, was it? Maybe we had, when I moved all the things, maybe I... Yeah, there we go. I didn't put a new recipe in, it was already there. Sometimes if you place it over a recipe, like if I put it in and... Oh, here. Like, if I was doing this and then I did that, sometimes this recipe doesn't register. This one would, but sometimes if you just do that, it'll do that. So if you ever place the pattern directly on one, sometimes it doesn't like re-register, which I might have done when I moved it, because I believe I turned that all into the hammer. I redid the things. Okay, anyway, we got that. Oh, that was really quick. Let me do these. So, 2 of those, I think. I have an extra one from our assembly lines, which is kind of nice. Yeah, so I'll get those and then upgrade that, and then I think that's all obsolete. This is not, so I'll just replace these. I've already started, as you can see. I just haven't done that, but yeah, and then that is that whole row done. All right, cool. And then this I'll move over here and blah. I really should get rid of like LUV cabling. It's just It's like legacy cabling. I don't feel like messing with it. It's there and whatnot. So, all right, cool. And those are going quick. Okay, I'm just crafting up quantum circuits, and we can see I'm not sure if it's just not putting in the things fast enough. No, it looks like we're not crafting up pico circuits fast enough, but even the pico circuits look like just not quick enough. I do need to switch these over to be more efficient. This is definitely not the most efficient way. Because there's only so much room in these super buses. I mean, we can't put thousands of items in there, but I think it would be much better to do the stocking buses now. I wish we had the stocking hatches when we originally set these up, but they weren't in the pack yet, so unfortunately, we're going to have to redo them. But it does look like, yeah, we definitely need to speed this stuff up. I guess that's kind of where I was going with that. So, optical computers, they are as fast as they're going to get. They're down to 1 tick, but these we can speed up. I think probably just the tier up will be... I mean, I could just... Well, it's just kind of a bit of a waste of resources to do the 1,000,000 amp UMBs if you don't need to. It's only going to get so fast. And yeah, I was just thinking we should just get it to as fast as it can possibly get for our quantum circuits. Although I got distracted and I'm doing other stuff now, so we'll come back to that. That's just yet another thing we need to do. I need to replace all these with the Lapitronic wireless things until we can do the thing. But even the 256 wireless patches, this is actually getting... I mean, that's getting, what, 16,000 amps of UXV. So these are not worth it. Basically, the only hatch that can speed this up even more is the UXV hatch. Because if you think about it, the only thing higher than the 1,000,000 amp UMV would be the 1,000,000 amp UXV. So yeah, but I'm not going to spend those resources, at least until we get the component assembly line upgraded, which is a little while off, and many more IF harmonies. But I'm just kind of slowly upgrading everything as we go, which I've mentioned a few times. All right, so as we can see, I've got this all broken down. I am working on this. I really wanted to get these all up and running before I start doing other things, so I can have more IF Harmony parts crafting up. So I'm slowly working down here. Now we are going to get rid of all our supercritical steam. Kind of sad to see that go. I've loved our fusion and heat exchangers producing our power for all these episodes. Yeah, but fortunately it is time to go. The 27 trillion EU per tick that we are producing over there just puts those to shame. I have gone ahead and got... Are we done? Nope, still got a few more of those. Yep, there it goes. I have got this whole thing set up, or not set up, broken down. That whole main line that we used to have, all broken down. I did switch these over. The only one I didn't switch over was this, because I don't even think we use this anymore. But everything else has been switched over at least to 1 UMV. But I couldn't remember if we still used... I think we still use this for Obsidian, I want to say. And I think... I actually don't know if we use these anymore. these don't really use anymore. We don't really use crops all that much, but I'll leave them there for now. So we're gonna have to set this up, and I was kind of wondering how I'm gonna do the channels. I think we'll probably do the ones on top again like we did there. I think it's just easier if you put the connectors on top. But I gotta figure out like where the original is gonna go. I guess maybe we'll do the same, maybe in 2 of these. I think we're gonna need 2. If I share the sides, because we're only gonna have a certain amount to place the call them like real the real buffers, but it's just the main ones, I guess they would call it. Yeah, the main buffers. Because there is quite a few. I'm just trying to think, how are we going to get all like 9 on each one of these? Because we also have to maybe I could. There's also a muffler, I guess. We could do, because usually the muffler I put on the back or the top, but if I use the top, this, I don't know. We'll just have to kind of go and we'll just have to see, I think. And then obviously that's the output. We do need to connect an output. Stocking output hatch, or not stocking output, output bus wireless one. Bad. How crazy would that be if we could just... Oh man, I'm just like, how awesome would that be if we could just do wireless? We don't even have to connect to cables. It just automatically outputs from into the A system and automatically reads the recipes from the A system. How amazing would that be? I don't even know if that's possible to be programmed. All right, so I guess... No. Dang it. Sometimes the wrench is a bit fast. So we'll do that. I have the output. Oh, and I need whatchamacallit too. I need the maintenance hatches. I forgot about those. I don't know. It might be easy. Gotta fix something. Probably the maintenance, the basic maintenance hatch. Did I do something here? I don't know. Also, maintenance hatch. This does have a... There is a thing now. I don't even remember what the main... What does this require? Yeah, it requires that. See, this one doesn't have a thing, but that one, I think that would... Yeah, I'll replace that. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll do that, and then... Also, I usually do a maintenance hatch per thing. You can kind of have them share, but I find that very occasionally they starts having maintenance issues again, so I'm just going to do one per. All right, so this, yeah, we could do the muffler there, so we only need one every 4. But if we put those there, then that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7 spaces. Yeah, see, we're not getting all the... We're not able to fit all the hatches by sharing sides. I just don't have enough. Actually, I mean, technically, I don't know. I'll have to, let me sort this out. I mean, technically, we could put one of the connectors there and just cover it up. I don't think it needs to be, it doesn't have to have like an open side because it just connects wirelessly. I just don't particularly like that. I like actually having the things, like we could have these on the inside, but then if there's an issue, I have to start breaking blocks and everything and it makes it harder. So I don't think I'll do that, but could do. Yeah, I'm just thinking. All right, let me ponder how I want to do this, because this is going to be an issue for a few different. Basically anything with more than like 4 or 5 is going to be a bit of an issue. Okay, we're back. I'm just kind of cleaning out my A system as we go here. Oh, I just realized we forgot to put one in. Okay, so this is turned into a project for sure. What I have done is just actually left... Did I put the... Yeah, I've left those over here. The only ones I put in the things for now, while I'm trying to get this sorted, are the 1 and the 10. Basically, the foils and the plates, because there's so many of them. And I was debating whether not just taking out some of the ones that don't take any time. I might still do that. I don't know. I'm gonna craft up a big craft again and then kind of see if this is getting hung up, because I'm like, I don't think like quadruple, those don't need to be on 50 million bending machines, and like these quintuples, I don't think these are very like niche kind of recipes that these are in. So I don't know if we need all these. So I'm going to leave this here until I kind of figure that out. But one thing that I'm, it's getting kind of complicated trying to figure out how, where I need to place every single one of these. So they're in each one. So basically I have just done one, and I might just test it each time. So infinity plates, maybe I'll just throw like infinity plates in like each one and then craft up like 1,000 or something like that. Just to see if I've got this all. Problem is it's going so quick that I need to craft up like 10,000 or more. All right. Well, I mean, it was working on some of them. I think I got every single one with there. I mean, that should be fine. The one that's kind of throwing me off is the first one, because like these two are on this one and on this one, so technically this one doesn't need these recipes, but then I'm like confusing myself. So I'm kind of just going through each one. I'm like, okay, so we'll move on. And I don't even remember which one I've done. I think I did this one. Nope. Okay, we started this way, I think. Block are we in? We are in 93,869. No, I think we did. I don't even know. I think we did this one. Anyway, you can see how this is turning into making it confusing. I basically just need to... So the next one, I'll just do... like here, here. And then I'll set these these two, because these are... This should get these 4, because they're in the middle. But then you get to the point where it's like, okay, if I do this one, then I need to... Like, if this is a group... Then, like, this one would be shared between these... it's gonna get so crazy. I'm almost thinking maybe it would have been easier just to not have sharing sides, just done a row of, like, full-sized. Like, we're really saving... All we're saving is some of these material press machine casings, and these aren't... I'm doing it this way, by the way, because I was trying to avoid having them all turn off, because if I wanted to... But it does look like we're actually... I'm not doing it fast enough. I did fast enough there. Some of them I didn't. But if I was going to test to make sure I got everyone, I would have to keep turning them back on. Oh well. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing this. I think we're going to get the... I'm going to craft up a bunch of these too, so I can actually... Oh, I removed a recipe. I don't know which one it was. I removed them originally, and then when I put them back in, I must have done the wrong recipe. Like, that has tungsten steel. Was it advanced fluid extracting? Because I removed these thinking I wouldn't need these anymore, but yeah. Alright, so I put the wrong glass in. Or dictionary might have worked, but... Alright, so what I'm going to do is craft up a whole bunch of these large processing things. Hopefully I've got the... Yeah, alright, there we go. So I can start getting the fluid solidifiers set up while we are... Maybe I should do wire mills too. Yeah, I'll probably craft up a bunch of these wire factory casings, because that is the next one after that. So, I don't know. 500, sure. Multi 1,000. Looks like I removed this recipe because we haven't needed it in a long time. Okay, so I'll do this and I'll get kind of prepared so I can start as we are crafting up all the stuff for another Eye of Harmony. I can kind of do this at the same time, but I would like to get this at least crafting up. I'll get the bending machines first because I can't be adding more the crafting things while they're actually crafting up. So, all right, we're plodding along here and getting kind of crazy. That it's going to be kind of crazy seeing everything broken down that is obsolete, which is a majority of the base, to be honest. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching and have a good one.